Senator, let me start with just a little news of the day, specifically. Housing prices are once again pricing millions of Americans out of the market. The new data shows that the problem's only getting worse. We have dealt with both campaigns giving pieces of ideas. Criticism of your campaign is its concepts of ideas. What specifically can you tell the people at home and in this room you could do as vice president with President Trump to make housing prices decrease?
Yeah. So first thing is I want to thank all of you for being here. Chris, thanks to you and your team for hosting. I think it's an important conversation, and hopefully I can persuade some of you to vote for President Trump. But at the very least, I just appreciate you caring enough about the country to pay attention and to listen to the answers that I'm giving here for the next hour. But let me think, when we talk about housing, it's useful to talk about two separate sides of the housing problem. There's a supply issue and there's a demand issue. Okay, so the supply issue is we don't build enough houses for the people that we have in the United States of America. And there are complicated reasons why we don't do that, right? One is that energy prices are too high. So if we drill, baby, drill, open up America's energy markets to lower the cost of energy, then we make it easier to build houses. There's also a lot of stuff that we do on the regulatory side, both at the state and the federal level, to make it harder to build homes. Organizations like NEPA, which make it harder for the United States to build. And I always remind people that our ancestors went to the moon with pocket calculators and slide rulers, and now our government makes it way too hard to build the homes that we need. Now, that's the supply side of it. I think most people actually agree with that. I think if you ask most Democrats, they'd probably agree with what I just said. What I'm going to say about the demand problem is a little bit more controversial, but I think it's just as important, which is that when you let 25 million illegal aliens, and I think that's the number that we have in our country right now, when you let those folks in your country at the level that we have, well, you got to put them somewhere, right? They have to live somewhere. And that means that those are homes that aren't going to American citizens. In other words, if you take a neighborhood and you add hundreds, or you take a city and you add tens of thousands, or you take a country and you add 25 million people competing against Americans for scarce homes, that's going to drive the cost of housing through the roof, too. And there's no coincidence that when we've seen under Kamala Harris's open border, the highest levels of immigration, illegal immigration in our country, basically in our history, that's coincided with the highest levels of house price increases that we've seen in our country in a very long time. I think in Michigan, the number's about 50%. Rents and housing prices have gone up by 50%. We could do a lot better, but simply we got to build more houses, and we got to make sure those houses go to American citizens, people who have the legal right to be here.
So you got a little of a correlation versus causation, right? You have illegal immigration, but many analysts will say that's not what's driving the demand problem. The demand problem is interest rates pricing people out and wages not coming up enough. So give a nod to that. On the wage side,
of course,
not just immigration, but how do you argue that you will get wages up in America? What mechanism can government do?
Well, one is we got to promote prosperity for everybody, right? If you're creating more jobs in the United States of America, especially the good middle-class manufacturing jobs that built the middle class in our country, but also particularly in the state of Michigan, unfortunately, what we've seen under present leadership, under Kamala Harris's leadership, is we've had a lot of investment in things like electric vehicles manufactured in China, not nearly enough investment in the types of auto jobs that have actually powered the Michigan economy for the last nearly 100 years, right? So you got to create better jobs. You're absolutely right about that. You mentioned mortgage interest rates, and that's something I should have talked about but didn't in the original answer. Mortgage rates are so high because inflation is so high, right? Mortgage rates track with the broader inflation. So when you talk about Kamala Harris casting the deciding vote on trillions of dollars of new spending, when you talk about going to war against American energy, which makes everything more expensive, when you drive up prices, you do drive up interest rates. And one final point I'll make about this, Chris, is when you talk to young Americans, and obviously I'm the first millennial on a major party ticket, it's actually funny because I used to complain about the fact that I turned 40 after Donald Trump made me his vice presidential nominee, and then people would come up to me and say, I just turned 60 or I just turned 70. Stop complaining about turning 40. So I've stopped doing that. But man, so many people in my generation, they're delaying having families. They're delaying getting married because they can't afford a place to raise a family. This is the biggest threat to the American dream, I think, that we've seen in a generation. Young people who would like to build a life in our country but can't afford to buy a house. We've got to do better.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.